Well, hey everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Jonathan, and this is Mr. Pearson Talks Books. And today I want to do a quick review and recommendation of a great book that I just finished, which I think would be fantastic for upper elementary, maybe late fourth grade, fifth grade, even into sixth and seventh grade. And that book is entitled The First State of Being by Erin Entrada Kelly. Now, if that title sounds familiar, it's been in the news a little bit lately because it is the most recent recipient of the Newbery Award. And the Newbery Award is the most prestigious award that's given to children's literature, middle grade fiction. This particular book, it is the story of a kid named Michael, and he has a friend named Gibby, who is his sometimes babysitter. They live in an apartment complex, and they're going about their life in 1999 with the specter of the Y2K crisis about to happen. And one day, it happens to be Michael's birthday, they come across a very strange individual. He's a teenage boy about their age, but he's wearing some weird clothes. They don't recognize him. They've never seen him before. The superintendent, Mr. Mosley, he's a little concerned that he might be causing trouble. But his name is Ridge. And the unique thing about Ridge is Ridge tells them that he's from 200 years in the future, and that his mom is the leading scientist at the University of Delaware in the year 2099 on time travel, traveling from one location to another. And so Ridge, he gets goaded by his brother to travel back in time. He picks 1999 because that happens to be his favorite year. And so he comes back and discovers what life is like in 1999. Now, Michael, the protagonist, the main character in the book, he has a lot of worry. He's got a lot of grief and things that he carries with him. He's concerned that he's the reason his dad is no longer with them. He got sick at one point, and his mom ended up losing her well-paying job because of his illness, and now she has to work 3 jobs. There's all of these things that he's carrying, and he's very, very concerned. Y2K crisis that's going to be taking place. And Ridge comes, and Ridge knows the answers to the future. He knows what's going to happen. But Ridge won't tell Michael because he's very concerned about what that might do to the space-time continuum. And so the story progresses, and they spend a few days together, and then Ridge tries to go back to his time, and the egg is what they call it, the EGG. It doesn't work. And so they have to just figure out how to get Ridge back into his time before he gets any sicker. The story was absolutely wonderful. Sometimes when I read a Newbery Award, I get a little concerned that it might be a little too heavy-handed or there might be an agenda to it, but I absolutely love this book. It reminded me a great deal of my absolute favorite book, which is When You Reach Me by Rebecca Stead, which also deals with time travel. So there must be something about time travel and middle grade science fiction that I really enjoy. There are a few things that I would be concerned about. There is a death that takes place. There is some triggers that might be, having a single parent or some violence that takes place. But the main theme of the story is that through the time that Michael knows Ridge, he comes to find out who he is as a person. Because at the beginning, he didn't really know who he was. And as events take place, he really comes into who he was. So again, this book is The First State of Being by Erin Entrada Kelly. Like I said, it just recently won the Newbery Award. It's going to be all over the shelves. I highly recommend it. It is a fantastic, wonderful story. It'd be a great read aloud for some of your upper classes if you're a teacher and want to do that. It'd be a great book for parents to read together with their kids. Again, my name is Jonathan. I encourage you to read this book, The First State of Being. This is Mr. Pearson Talks Books. I'll see you in our next video.